All right. First, give me your name and your affiliation.
I'm Lily Geismer, and I'm an assistant professor at Claremont McKenna College.
All right. You were making the point on the panel that we think of LBJ and Goldwater as two completely different kinds of politicians with two different agendas, two different orientations. You dissent from that view.
Well, I think that there are key differences between the candidates, but I was trying to make the point that in political history more broadly, we need to look more at places of overlap and not just polarization, and that we can understand more if we look at where they were borrowing from each other, where they the ideologies and parties they represent have overlap. And so I picked some areas, particularly in the area of economic policy and national security, that Goldwater and Johnson and the Democratic Party, Republican Party, and liberals and conservatism are not always as opposed as might be the case. And in doing so, can give a more textured understanding of the political landscape as well.
All right, well, let's talk about economic policy, because people think, oh my gosh, Goldwater for smaller government, lower taxes, LBJ, big taxes, what?
Right, well, and it is Johnson who instituted a large tax cut, and which you can see is anticipating some of the tax cuts of the Reagan administration. And I also think one of the key places is that looking at both candidates had cultivated relationships with business leaders, and were pro-business in their orientation. And as we sort of think about the role of business in politics, it's more useful to think about where that's the place the parties actually overlap, and particularly thinking about the rise of the financial services industry in the 1960s and onward, that possibly the Johnson administration's policies helped to initiate that as well.
Can you point to something concrete in that?
Something concrete. Well, in Johnson's tax cut, he talked about the role of free enterprise. Another core place is the Dow Jones Industrial Average actually doubled from 1962 to 1966. So that's a place where Johnson's policies might have contributed to that growth. And it's not just the conservative Republican Party who are leaders who go to Wall Street with the Democrats